Well, it's going to be Blackburn to get us underway. Referee Andy Woolmer has blown his first whistle, and we saw the players taking the knee here at Vicarage Road. We're just waiting for the referee to check that he's happy that it's the clock's ticked over to 7:45, and we are underway with Watford attacking the Vicarage Road end in this first period in their yellow and black shirts, black shorts, black socks. Blackburn in their traditional blue and white halves, white shorts. Moving up towards the halfway line. It's it back from Armstrong, and here's Nyambe overlapping on the right-hand side. Wilmot cleverly trying to hold him off. Nyambe going on the outside of Ben Wilmot, then cuts back in onto his left foot. Here's Armstrong, edge of the box. Armstrong shot left-footed, parried away by Foster, and he's there for the rebound, which rather hit Brereton and makes a far more comfortable save second time around. But Nyambe did well down the right-hand side. Armstrong's effort was on target and really brought the best out of Ben Foster, and Feminir did just enough to get there ahead of Ben Brereton on the rebound, and Foster was able to claim it.
What a good goalkeeping from Ben. You'd like him to push it away, but when it comes at him that quick, from that close in, he's done well to get contact on it, and excellent positional play from Kiko to get a little touch back to Ben to stop Brereton getting his tap in. And certainly I think on the break we look very dangerous with the obvious pace of Sarr and João Pedro, and Ken Sema for me could be a key.
Sarr against Valgana and Feminir on the overlap. Feminir towards the penalty spot,
Get in.
And João Pedro scores again. First time effort from the penalty spot from Feminir's cutback. And on the counter, just as you were alluding to, Tommy, Watford strike first. 13 minutes played. Sarr found Garner. Lovely ball inside the fullback from James Garner. Feminir first time. Pedro first time. Into the bottom right-hand corner of the goalkeeper's net. João Pedro's third of the season. Watford 1, Blackburn Rovers 0.
Really, really good play. Good play from Garner initially. It's not just the passing and the movement, it's the weight of pass, and everything was done first time. And the finish that you get from João Pedro, very similar to the one in the Luton game where he's composed. His goal at Derby gives him a little bit more composure in the box, because you have to have confidence, and scoring goals gives you confidence. So they'll still certainly be waiting for an opening.
Garner with a long ball forward, with a chip ball forward for Sarr, who controls it and goes for goal. The goalkeeper makes a save, but hits cleverly! Yes. It's 2! Garner's ball forward caught Blackburn out. Sarr's control was precise. The goalkeeper backpedaling could only parry his shot, and Tom cleverly following up, nodded the ball into the empty net. 2 goals in 4 minutes for the Hornets, and the captain gets on the score sheet. Tom cleverly doubles the Hornets lead. Watford 2, Blackburn Rovers 0.
Again, James Garner involved, but what fantastic control from Sarr. And then the most important thing for me is he hits the target and makes the keeper make a save, and then Tom cleverly's got a few seconds smiling to himself, knowing he's heading it into an empty net. Those are my favourite goals, John.
Blackburn have it back, and they look to release Armstrong, who's goal side of Kabasele, and did he get a shove there? Did Kabasele shove Adam Armstrong? If he did, he could be in big trouble. Referee has a card out, and it is yellow. Yellow for Christian Kabasele. Well, that's a talking point. Armstrong was goal side of the Watford centre half, and he went down, albeit perhaps heading towards the corner of the penalty area rather than direct to goal, and referee Andy Woolmer decides that's a yellow for Christian Kabasele and not red.
For me, that's, you know, the most important thing for a striker is to get across his defender, and he knows he's going to get the contact, and he hopes he's going to see the red card. But a bit of common sense from the referee. You can see in the slow-mo, which obviously the referee doesn't have at the time, but you can see he's tried to pull out of it. It's just the fact that Armstrong's run across him. And he's quick, he's sharp, he's enthusiastic, Armstrong. He'll be desperate to get in behind them all night.
Blackburn free kick though, 15 yards outside the penalty area. In line with the right-hand edge, Holtby teased it in, and it's a header down by Lenihan. Another fine save from Foster. Cathcart thumps it behind for a corner. Free header for Darragh Lenihan. Foster equal to it.
Well, it's a reasonably good save for Ben, but for me that he's got to score from there. He gives Ben a chance, which from that position he shouldn't be doing. Fortunately, Ben gets his glove on it, and even more is that it falls to Cathcart and we can clear it again.
Corner is headed goalwards by Ayala, and Foster tips the ball over the crossbar. Again, a comfortable save for the Watford keeper, but Blackburn, that's 2 headers in the Watford penalty area in quick succession that they've won. Here's Holtby, playing the Champions League with Schalke before moving to England and Tottenham. A loan spell at Fulham, and then Spent the last 4 years at Hamburg. Here's Brereton on the volley. Oh, and he's beaten Foster down to his right. And Blackburn have a goal back. Ben Brereton with his first of the season, a rare Blackburn goal for the former Forest man. Picked the ball up and on the volley from 22 yards. Beat Ben Foster down to his right-hand side. Watford concede at home for the first time this season. Fine strike from Brereton. It's Watford 2, Blackburn Rovers 1.
Yeah, it's technically very, very good skill to control and hit the target from there. I think the actual bounce just in front of Ben is what's hurt him the most, and it snuck in by the post there. Really important. Now we reacted to the first 2 goals that we scored. We now need to compose ourselves over the next 15 minutes or so.
Turning and chipping it over Ayala, and Sarr's away, and Sarr bursts into the penalty area. It's Ismaïla Sarr who looks for Pedro, who stretches and can't turn it into the goal. It's just a foot or so wide. Great vision that from Ismaïla Sarr to see Pedro up with him, but just a little bit too much on the cross, too much work for Pedro to do as he stretched and poked it towards goal from the edge of the 6-yard box, but just wide.
I'd look at it the other way, John. I think if you had as soon as Sarr's breaking into that gap there, you could see João Pedro looking. He was considering pulling off to get the cutback. If that had been a Troy Deeney, an Andre Gray, or any other goal scorer that had been bursting their legs to get in between that gap and have a tap in there.
Here's Nyambe. Elliott on the edge of the Watford penalty area, right-hand side, back to Ryan Nyambe, and finds Holtby, who can turn onto his left foot on the edge of the box. Now Corey Evans as Watford back off. Evans shoots it, hits Wilmot, and then it's blasted over by Armstrong. Ben Wilmot blocked the original effort from Evans as Watford stood off, and then it fell for Adam Armstrong, but he couldn't keep his shot down, and Watford have a goal kick.
Yeah, they've got to get out quicker to him to stop that shot on the edge of the box, because when there's a ricochet and it comes that close, anything can happen. It come any one of Watford's defenders or the Blackburn attackers. So they've got to get closer. We've praised Chalobah and Garner for winning the ball on the other side. They've got to get tighter to them on the edge of the box when it comes out for the shot.
Now Blackburn have turned the ball over inside their own half, and Pedro's on it back, and Chalobah's found Sema, and here's cleverly 15 yards short of the penalty area, back out to the touchline, and Sema's early ball in towards the near post. Oh, it's an own goal! It's an own goal. Wonderful cross from Ken Sema, and I think it's Lenihan who got there in front of his goalkeeper with Sarr lurking, and he poked it beyond the goalkeeper into the roof of the rookie end net, and Watford's 2-goal advantage is restored. Credit to Ken Sema, another assist for the Swedish international. Great ball in. Lenihan felt he had to get something on it. He got too much. It's Watford 3, Blackburn Rovers 1.
Well, we're getting fortunate tonight because we're getting everything we're asking for. Sema's had 3 or 4 opportunities to cross it. That's a fabulous ball in. And the fact that Sarr and João Pedro were both attracted to the ball, took 2 defenders in, and from that area, like we said in the first half, it can hit anybody and go in the net. Unfortunately for Watford, it gives us a 3-1 lead.
In an advanced position, and low ball in, which might come to Elliott at the far post. His shot did that deflect off Sema. He appeals for a corner, and eventually the linesman obliges. It took a while. It did look like it deflected off Ken Sema. It's one side to the other, and a Holtby now with an in-swinger from Blackburn's right. The 3rd corner of the night. Stooped and headed away by Kabasele to the edge of the box. Volleyed back in, it hits Kabasele again. Lenihan turns it back out to Holtby on the right-hand side. Another in-swinging cross looking for Ayala. It's headed away to the edge of the box. The volley is from Corey Evans, parried away by Foster. Blackburn have a throw-in, 10 yards up from the corner flag left-hand side.
Well, it's some sloppy clearances without any real conviction. Gives Blackburn the opportunity to stay on the edge of the 18-yard box, but on that occasion, Ben palms that away to safety.
Holtby and Armstrong over the free kick. You can hear Ben Foster bellowing his instructions to Ismaïla Sarr in that 2-man Watford wall. Shouts to the rest of his defenders, on your toes. Holtby teases it in. It's Johnson who gets his head to it first, but he glanced it wide, and Watford have a goal kick, and we may well now see the introduction of Etienne Capoue.
Well, we talked about the quality of Holtby's left foot. Johnson shouldn't really be getting what's almost a free header.
Got Sema out to his left-hand side. Just played it a little bit short for Ken Sema, and that allowed Nyembe to nip in and clear for Blackburn. Here's Harvey Elliott looking to release Armstrong, who's onside. Armstrong looks to chip Foster, and it's just over the bar.
It's a fabulous save.
Foster got fingertips to it, and Blackburn have a corner. Wonderful save from Ben Foster, but Watford caught napping there, and Armstrong broke the offside trap.
Well, he's been making that run all night, and I think Ben's caught in almost what a goalkeeper coach would call no man's land, but he's just been athleticism. He had the athleticism to get his fingertips on it and take it over the bar.
Holtby with the corner. It's an in-swinger. Foster comes, claws it away, and it's a great block from Chalobah to prevent Johnson's follow-up on the volley, troubling the Watford keeper. Great delivery from Holtby. Chalobah did really well to block Bradley Johnson's volley. It's the feet of Holtby. To Johnson under pressure from Pedro and Sarr, but dealt with it well. Fine, goes back to his goalkeeper, and a first touch for Wharton. It's this left-hand side, and Bell. Feminier couldn't find Capu. And here's Corey Evans looking to curl it beyond Cabasele, who gets there ahead of Armstrong. Holtby's too quick for Chalobah, and here's Armstrong on the edge of the penalty area, finding Holtby. Holtby onto his left foot, goes down with a challenge under challenge from Cathcart, and the referee points to the penalty spot. And Blackburn have the chance to reduce the arrears once again. Well, Lewis Holtby making a good run. Armstrong fouled him. Cathcart came in from behind.
Exactly as Armstrong did in the first half. He's just got in front of his man and gone to ground. You know, a little bit of experience, but sloppy defending, and not really where we talked about Chalobah and Garner being there in the first half to win the ball. There was nobody there to tidy it up for Watford.
Adam Armstrong has the ball on the penalty spot. He scored 6 times already this season. He's up against Ben Foster. Right-footed. Foster makes the save down to his left. Great save from Ben Foster, who's having a super night here at Vicarage Road. He denies Blackburn's top scorer and preserves Watford's 2-goal advantage.
Well, there's no doubt who your man of the match is for tonight, John, but he's kept Watford in the game, motivation to go into the final third.
Now Garner wins the ball back, and Pedro finds James Garner again. He's got Sarr with him. It's Garner bursting into the penalty. He finds Ismaïla Sarr. Great save from Kaminski. Sarr on the overhead with the rebound and turns it wide. Well, James Garner did all the hard work there and teed it up for Sarr, but the goalkeeper made a very, very good save to just about keep Blackburn Rovers in this game at 3-1.
Well, Vladimirovic will be going mad for me. Yes, he's rolled him in lovely, but for me, you're driving into the box in the middle of the goal. You just toe poke that into the corner of the net. That's just a little bit of experience from James Garner, but you know, it's one of those. It's a good save, and Sarr will be disappointed. But for me, there, Garner has to score.
Garner tells him to take his time. Does find Etienne Capu. Gakia again. Clips it infield and might find Chalobah, who can poke it out to the left-hand side for Sema. And Sema's got Sarr in the centre-forward position. Here's Ismaïla Sarr on the edge of the penalty area, looking to turn. Works it back out to Ken Sema. Pedro in the penalty area, Sarr joining him. Garner on the edge, he chips it forward to James Garner on the volley. Into the ground and wide of the right-hand post. Sema trying to pick out the Manchester United loanee. His volley, 3 or 4 yards wide of the right-hand post. 30 yards out to the right-hand side. Elliott entering in cross, which Lenihan keeps alive at the far post. The ball bounces out of the penalty area. Holtby holds off on Gakia, and here's Lenihan, and Gakia slides in. And there's the full-time whistle. And Watford have won here just for a moment. I think Jeremy and Gakia's heart might have been in his mouth as he was on a yellow card and thought he might have been about to see a second one. But the referee blows the full-time whistle, and Watford have won here by 3-1. An entertaining evening at Vicarage Road. 2 goals up early on through João Pedro, second in 2 games, his 3rd of the season. The Hornets doubled their lead 4 minutes later when Tom cleverly nodded in a rebound after the goalkeeper could only parry Ismaïla Sarr's goal-bound shot. Blackburn pulled one back 11 minutes later on 28 minutes when Ben Brereton volleyed in from 20 yards. Watford, though, went back into a 2-goal advantage 4 minutes after half-time when good work from Ken Sema down the left-hand side saw his cross deflected into his own goal by the Blackburn captain, Darragh Lenihan. We're just seeing clips of Ben Foster here because he preserved the 2-goal advantage when Craig Cathcart fouled Holtby in the penalty area. Up steps Adam Armstrong, but Foster plunged to his left to make the save, the 12th penalty save of his career. And Watford then saw the game out pretty comfortably. Sarr nearly made it 4, having been set up by James Garner. But 3-1 it is. The Watford move into 3rd place in the Championship tonight, Tommy. And we're starting to like what we're seeing here at Vicarage Road this season.
If you enjoyed that, you'll love this.